If you ever wanted to see yourself in the future, using AI is a good tool. I use AI to see my future self. Then I reverse engineered her into routines I'm living now. And I'm going to show you exactly how. Now, I'm not 100% sold on AI. Okay, I feel like AI is going to come crashing down at some point, but I don't know everything. But what I do know is how to create a visual representation of not only the transition of getting to the life I want, but also how it's going to look when I get there, and the strategy. Bonjour, my loves. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Laura Chanel. And if you are a returning subscriber, what's poppin' tween? Y'all know I always have to get that out. Be sure to hit the subscription button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads that I put on my channel. Here on my channel, we do vlogs, makeup tutorials, a lifestyle, but most importantly, we do strategic, intentional self-development. So I think I figured out a good strategy on manifesting the life that I want. So before we dive in, take a look at this clip from the School of Greatness with Lewis Howes, where he interviewed Dr. Tyra Swart.
If you repeatedly expose your brain to the images of the things that you want, you are more likely to notice things that are related to that in your day-to-day life. But because they're more likely to be things that will make you thrive, you might not have noticed them if you weren't intentionally repeatedly exposing yourself to that visual imagery. On the negative side of that is that people who repeatedly looked at images of the Twin Towers falling in 9/11, who had no personal connection to New York, didn't lose a loved one or anybody that they knew, could get PTSD just by repeatedly looking at those images. Yeah. So the power, both for good and bad, of neuroplasticity is that huge. So if you channel it proactively for the things that you want, then you're more likely to both notice and grasp the opportunities that come up in your life.
I've seen the future me. She's happy. Her son is happy. She bought the home of her dreams. Her business and her YouTube channel are thriving. She's helping women like you, like she desired. She's less stressed and flourishing. And I know it sounds wild, but I think it's worth exploring. So I know that there's been a lot of talk about AI, but I've been really focused on trying to move the needle forward in my business and my channel. And to be honest with you, I'm not mad at how AI has helped me. I feel like I've finally been able to find my footing, especially on my channel. Okay, so for what I'm about to show you, I use Claude and ChatGPT. Now, I already know about Perplexity and all of the others, but these are the current two that I have on hand. So I use ChatGPT for the images, and I use Claude for the outline of the strategy. So just as a disclaimer, I am a strategy person, so I did compare both of the applications on this little project of mine. Second thing is I have the Plus and Pro version. I think one calls it Pro, the other one calls it Plus, but I do have the Plus and Pro versions of both. And lastly, I think you have to have like some type of conversational history with both applications, because if you're started from ground zero, like starting from scratch, it really won't know anything about you to give you this projection. So I just wanted to put those disclaimers out there. So I wanted an action board or gallery that gave me a realistic look into the possibilities of what my future would look like. I know where my life stands now, but I wanted like a glimpse into the transitional period. So I gave ChatGPT a few reference photos of myself and a few reference photos of like the different rooms in my apartment. And then I put in a prompt for Chat to generate 10 images of what my life would look like in about 3 to 5 years. Now, Chat can only generate 10 images per request, to my knowledge. I don't know what it is for the other plans that's under ChatGPT, so you may want to do some research and look into how many images you can generate per request. So what I did was I put in a prompt, which is down below in the description box, and I asked it to create 10 images of how it sees my life in the next 3 to 5 years, given everything that it knows about me. Next, still in ChatGPT, I asked it to generate 10 images of my style. Now, I did give it a vibe, but I didn't tell it what brands to use or anything like that. So whatever ChatGPT put me in, like, that's just how it turned out. I also told it to change up my hairstyles. I didn't say what type of hairstyles. I just said change up the hairstyles. So everything that Chat chose was completely on its own. So once I had the images, I went over to Claude and put in a prompt for it to generate a strategy on how to get to the life that it sees me having in the next 3 to 5 years. I also asked it to expose any gaps in the roadmap to that life that could potentially cause any downfalls. So after I got the strategy, I went back to ChatGPT and asked it to create 10 images of what it would look like in the messy middle. So that's the transitional stage. The messy middle is where a lot of women quit, so I wanted a glimpse of what it would look like. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, I did not like the feeling I got when I saw the images of the messy middle. I was so excited to see the images that Chat created of what my life would look like in the next 3 to 5 years, that when it showed me the images of what the process, what my life was like during the process, like I felt small, I felt insignificant, which is like, I get it, people were like, see, AI will trick your mind, this is that and the third, but like, low key is the reality of it. Building a business and being consistent on my channel, like there's going to be a messy middle. Now, mind you, I have a very clear understanding that the messy middle is generally how great people start out. So we're going to go through some of the images, but I do want to make you aware of a few things. Number one, it helps to know your purpose. And I speak about finding your purpose a lot on this channel. It would not behoove you to wing it. So try not to wing it. Know and understand what you're feeding Chat and Claude. Number two, be honest about the life you want, because the universe does not have a budget. Ask for what you want and be specific. Number three, reverse engineer the woman you want to become so you can have a roadmap on how to get there, but it's realistic and it's achievable. So now that we have everything we need, let's get into our images and our strategy. I'm gonna scooch over here because I want y'all to be able to, like, you know, see the images. So as you can see, I have the dream home, I have the dream cars. And yes, that is a Porsche Cayenne and a Bentley Bentayga. All of them in black on black. Okay, so the houses in these two images are completely AI generated. I did not give any reference photos of the home that I wanted for these two, but I did do it later on, but I'm not going to share those because I want to hold those like personally for me. So when I purchase the home, then I will share with you why I held them so close. The thing is, I did in fact tour the actual house that I want to purchase. So when I saw the images that ChatGPT generated, I was like, oh, okay, this is nice. I gotta get this. So I need to put my necklace on because I left my necklace off. Girl, what? It shows my YouTube channel thriving. And you can see that in some of those images, it has like the gold YouTube plaque in the background, like this one. So I'm assuming that I'm filming like a typical YouTube video. Also, what I like is how it generated different images of how I would look with different hairstyles. Again, I didn't tell ChatGPT like what hairstyles or how to style my hair. It just did my hair in like different hairstyles and stuff like that. But like the main one that it used was, of course, how I wear my hair now. Sorry if y'all could hear my son upstairs. Dude is low-key kind of loud. He is on one today, baby. He is on one. So moving right along, it generated some images of me in different outfits. And what I really like about that is that I can see how I would look in these different outfits without wrecking my brain trying to figure out like what looks nice and what would fit well and all of that jazz. So the different dresses, and it even put me with like suits and handbags and casual wear at leisure. Formal, it even did formal, which was really nice. So having chat generate these images of what my life would look like in the next 3 to 5 years is, to me, 10 times better than pulling random photos from Pinterest. There's nothing wrong with having a Pinterest board and having it there for inspiration, but because I'm such a heavy visualizer, like a visually creative person, and I need that to like really picture myself in these spaces and places, it was just nice to have my face depicted in these images rather than them coming from Pinterest. Now, here comes the tough part: seeing the transitional images. So here you can see that I'm still working my 9 to 5. I'm still carrying a load of running my household, like doing the laundry, the cooking, the cleaning, managing all the bills while building my business. I know that there is a hump that I have to get over in this process. And I understand that there are going to be more times than I can count where I'm going to feel like the needle isn't moving forward, but I have to keep going. I have to remain steady and I have to remain consistent. I have to tell myself to keep going every time I see the viewership numbers on my videos, or when I see that no one is purchasing seats for my webinar. But in the end, the only thing that I can do is keep going. Now, let's talk strategy. Now, I did use Claude for this, so I dropped the prompt in the description box below. So if you want to copy and paste that from there, you can. So after putting in the prompt, Claude mapped out a 3 to 5 year projection based on everything that it knows about me. But in my case, I had to split it into 2. One for my business and one for my YouTube channel. After that, I asked Claude to give me 5 tasks and 5 habits that I can implement now that will put me on the path to reach this goal. Once you get this report or projection from Claude, now it's time to reverse engineer the future you. So the first thing that stood out to me was that I have a problem executing my ideas when it comes to my business. I tend to want everything to be completely done and perfect before I share it, like setting a date or even sharing a date to the webinar that I am hosting, or telling people about joining the mailing list and getting the identity audit workbook collection. Like, I want everything to be perfect before I share any of the information. This isn't anything new to me. I did this many times in the past when it came to my artwork. I wanted it to be finished. I wanted it to be done, even framed, before I shared it with anyone. I never wanted to show the messy middle. I never wanted to show the process, the behind the scenes. So Claude basically told me that just because something isn't perfect doesn't mean that I should not put anything out there, because now I'm holding up the progress on myself. The next thing, have mercy. The next thing was keeping a clean house, because the future me always has a clean house. I low-key struggle with this because I have to take care of everything: the cooking, the cleaning, the organizing, the running the errands, the paying the bills, taking care of my child, like the whole 9. I'm doing it all by myself, basically. With that, I needed a system that would help me to keep things in place once everything was set up. So I started developing a system of schedules and routines to help me stay on track with everything in my home. For instance, I have a cleaning schedule now. I put in a number of bedrooms, I put in the number of bathrooms, and all of the other rooms that I have in my apartment. So the living room, the kitchen, dining room, etc. I even put in when I typically do laundry and when the trash is picked up. Then I asked Claude to create a cleaning schedule around me maintaining my home. It wouldn't make any sense for me to try to put my trash out on like a Monday night or early Tuesday morning for pickup, because that means everyone in the complex would have put their trash in there and now the dumpster is full. So Claude set my trash day to a Wednesday or a Thursday. Why? Because the dumpster is empty and now there's space for my trash to go into the dumpster. It also gave me a daily reset cleaning schedule so that I don't feel overwhelmed with trying to keep my home clean. But because I have that conversational history, it knows my time constraints. It knows how much, how much is on my plate so that I'm handling everything. I really don't have any help. So I tidy up like one room per day, and then Saturdays are my heaviest cleaning days. It did have one of my heaviest cleaning days on Saturday, but the thing is I try to film all of my content, like do batch creation on Saturdays. So if I can't get it done all on Saturday, then I will just spread it out over 1 or 2 days. When it comes to working out and meal planning, I'm a certified personal trainer and a certified nutrition coach, so I did not have to depend on Claude for that. The only thing I did get from Claude when it came to that was which days make sense for me to do a workout, because I did tell Claude that I work out at 3 a.m., like 3:30, 4 a.m. in the morning. And then since it knows my time constraints and what my schedule is like, it did give me suggestions on which days should be the workout days. In a nutshell, it set it up that way so that I basically don't get burned out, because again, I'm doing everything myself. So I'm doing the cooking and the cleaning. I have to take care of myself, so I want to work out. I have to take care of my son, so I have to have time dedicated to him. I have to work on my business, so there's time dedicated to that. And then I film my YouTube content, so I have to have time dedicated to that. So that's what it was trying to do. It's basically trying to help me to not burn out. Now, if you want a video on my workout routine and my nutrition, then please comment below and let me know, and we can go ahead and make that happen. One thing that was refreshing to see in the stuff that Claude created were the habits that it made for me, which are habits that I already implemented into my life. One of them was holding the early part of my mornings to myself, and I did make a video mentioning that, so I will drop that video in the info card above. Getting in my stretching and my 30 minutes of reading in the morning or at night, gratitude writing, meditation, etc., etc. And these are the habits that my future self would do, right? So waiting for the future to implement these habits doesn't add up, because I can just start doing them now. If I want to be the type to wake up and drink butterfly PT in the morning, why do I have to wait to be this person, this being 3 to 5 years from now? I can just have the tea now. This also goes for the fragrances that I want to wear. This goes for the style of my wardrobe. I can start making little tweaks and changes now to eventually have, the full wardrobe that I want. Now, if you want to go rogue and just do a full wardrobe overhaul, then great, that's fine. You can do that. But there's no rush. I can replace items piece by piece, outfit by outfit. I can go through everything, see what I need to throw away, what I need to donate, what I can't fit, what I don't like anymore, what doesn't fit my style. And I could just make small changes that way. I did touch on that topic a little in my How to Acquire Good Taste video, so I will definitely link that video above in the info card. Basically, all I need you to understand is that you do not have to wait to embody the woman that you want to become. And it may feel a little weird, even a little delusional, as the girls call it. But you know what? I'm not calling it delusional. But you know what is delusional? Not thinking big enough. That's delusional. Not expanding my horizon and my perspective, and not giving myself the chance and opportunity to prove and show myself just how amazing my life can be. So try the prompts in the description box below. I would absolutely love to read what happened when you use those prompts and see how you're stepping into the next stage of your refinement. The link to my website is below in the description box, and it's also in the bio of my channel page, as well as on my Instagram. Be sure to join the mailing list so that you can receive your free copy of the Identity Audit Collection. Make sure you hit the subscription button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads that I put on my channel. Follow me across all of my socials. Everything is listed in the description box. And I think that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao. So y'all really be watching my videos though? Like, I be doing all of this and I don't be getting that many views. Dang, I feel some type of way about that. Anyways,